Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Wednesday, and we're going to do another look at our cheese box purchases. If you remember from last Wednesday and the mail day prior to that, we ordered 6 boxes of these cheese and butter boxes full of cards. This one is solely dedicated to football. We ordered 3 baseball, 2 football, and 1 basketball, each filled with like 300 to 400 cards per box. And last week we looked through a baseball box to see if we got our money's worth, to see if we could find any TTM fuel through guys who signed through the mail autographs, or of course Hall of Famers. We're always looking for great cards of great players, just to see if we got our money's worth. Remember, we bought all 6 of these boxes delivered for $25, so just about $4.16 or 17 cents a box delivered, which is just unreal considering we'll pay $5 a box for a box of Fairfield. And as we saw last week, there weren't too many commons in that baseball box. There were a lot of Hall of Famers, a lot of guys who signed through the mail, and it was very well worth it. This looks like, just upon first glance, is going to be a lot of 85 Topps football, 89 score rookies, and there's actually some baseball in the back there. So let's just go through here one by one and see what we got. We like the 85 Topps. Uwe von Schamann, he signs through the mail. First one's already. Dwayne Stevenson, there's a Hall of Famer who signs through the mail. This could be very good. Tough to look at these 85 Topps because you have to look at them sideways. Raymond Claiborne, Tony Eason, Tony Franklin. Irving Fryer signs through the mail for a donation to his church. That's a good shot because there's a lot of white space there for an autograph. John Hanna, the greatest guard of all time. These look like they're in order by team and by number. Nice. Craig James, the old SMU Mustang, signs through the mail, I think. I've never gotten him through the mail. Steve Nelson looks like he's about 74 years old there. Derek Ramsey, Stephen Starring, Mulsi Tatupu. There's a good comedian talks about him. I forget the guy's name now. Mike Merriweather signs. Frank Pollard. Donnie Shell, one of the newest members of the Hall of Fame, going in with the class of 2020. Probably be inducted next year. John Stallworth's a Hall of Famer. Sam Washington. Mike Webster's a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest centers of all time. Dwayne Woodruff. Jarring the ball loose, that Chargers defense. Rolf Benersch, here comes a lot of Chargers here. Gil Bird, Wes Chandler, great receiver. Bobby Duckworth, Mike Green, Pete Houlihan, Ernest Jackson, who played for the Steelers and actually owned a baseball card shop after his playing days in Pittsburgh in the early 90s. I got his autograph in person as the owner of the card shop when I was living up there. Lionel Trainhamp James. Billy Ray Smith signs through the mail. I wonder if that's his rookie card. Maybe. Kellen Winslow. Here comes a bunch of Seahawks. Dan Dornick signs through the mail. I don't know if he still does. Dr. Dan. Kenny Easley. Was he a West Virginia native? Chesapeake, Virginia. Jacob Green. David Hughes. Norm Johnson, the great kicker. Steve Largent, Hall of Famer. Joe Nash. Darrell Turner. Kurt Warner, he's a West Virginia native from Pineville. Fred Young. Carl Banks signs through the mail. Jim Burt. Rob Carpenter. Sweet. He played at Miami of Ohio. Ernest Gray, the same college that Ben Roethlisberger went to. Ali Haji Sheik. Mark Haynes. Bobby Johnson. Lionel Manuel. Joe Morris. Jeff Rutledge. LT, greatest linebacker of all time, perhaps. There's Randy White on the ground. Ken Norton Jr., perhaps. Wilbert Montgomery running the ball. Young Tommy Kramer. Doug Martin and Duron Cherry. Pretty cool. 85 Topps. Don't see those very often, I guess. Oops. I grabbed too many. Herman Hurd, Bill Kinney, Nick Lowry. We'll go through these a little bit more quickly. Bill Moss went to Pittsburgh, and he signs through the mail. It takes him a while. Art Still signs through the mail. We just got him back on a recent TTM. Marcus Allen, Hall of Famer. Lyle Alzado, RIP. Louis Breeden, James Brooks, Ross Browner, Golden Domer. signs through the mail. Is that Bill Kinney from the Chiefs? Jim Arnold, Mike Bell, Carlos Carson, Eddie Edwards, M.L. Harris, Bobby Kemp, Larry Kennebrew, big old running back. Reggie Williams, evading the off-defensive pursuit. It's a Cleveland Brown. Matt Barr, he signs through the mail. Chip Banks, Reggie Camp, Tom Cousineau from the Buckeyes. Joe DeLamalore, Hall of Famer, signs through the mail for a fee. I think it's $10 a piece. Al Gross, Clay Matthews, one of the greatest Browns of all time. The throwing Samoan, Paul McDonald. Mike Pruitt, Greg's brother. Don Rogers, Mister's brother. Reuben Carter. Ken Anderson, 85 tops. I've got a couple. Seahawks. All right, Eric Wright. These 89 score rookies. There's Ron Wolfley from WVU. Yeah, this is 375S on that number. This is 89 score supplemental. Why isn't it focusing? There it goes. Sam Mills, Sean Lindetta. Don't send more than 3. He'll keep them. Mel Owens, Fred Young. I can go faster when these are upright cards. Jim Crash Jensen. I need to get him to sign that. Tom Kramer, Simon Fletcher. Paul Palmer from Temple. Brett Muster. Eddie Murray. He's a good signer. These all have a purple tint to them, don't they? This definitely has a purple tint to that photo. It's not just the border. These are actually not very well exposed or something. There's Jack Del Rio, former head coach of the Jaguars. Otis Anderson, he'll sign for a fee. Raymond Claiborne, Reggie Roby, Swervin' Mervin Fernandez. I just sent a request to him recently. John Elway, wonder what he's in there for. Why is he in the supplemental set? David Fulcher signs through the mail. Still lives over in the Cincinnati area. Frank Reich, head coach of the Colts. Ralif Mojisenko. I see a Darryl Talley card in there. He's a WVU grad. This is going to take a while. A lot of cards in here. Joe Wolf, Lloyd Turner, Billy Joe Tolliver. I think he signs. Tell me if I'm wrong. Frank Stam signs. I have a request out to him. Another Golden Domer. Rodney Peete from USC. Louis Oliver from Florida. I think he flew to Florida. Yeah. Dave, look at that little maggot go. Robert Massey, Keith Jones, Terrell Ingram, Myron Guyton, Courtney Hall. Gary Reason signs. He personalizes. Vi Sekahema, go punch a goalpost. Tony Zendejas put his bounty on him. Joe Jacoby. That's Brandon Stebbins' best friend. Matt Barr again. We're going to send to Matt Barr. Finally. There's Dermontti Dawson's rookie card. If you could see it there. Yeah, there he goes. He signs for a fee. Mike Golick just signed. I saw him sign. Mike Webster with the Chiefs. Oh, blasphemy. He looks Mike Gann as opposed to Mike Ken. Same size, similar number. DJ Dozier from Penn State. Thomas Everett, David Wyman, Wilbur Marshall, Dave Grayson, Maurice Carthon, Mike Merriweather for the Vikings. Oh, yeah, there you go. Who doesn't like that photo right there? Now, I don't think he'll sign that because he doesn't get he had some litigation with the photographer or something, not getting credit for the Dennis Smith signs through the mail. Is that his rookie card? Darryl Talley from WVU. All right, now we're back to the 85 tops. I wonder how close I am to a set with these cards. They're in pretty decent. I mean, for the black border, look at the corners are still sharp. Backs are clean. Stretching for the first down. William Andrews signs. I haven't received him through the mail. Stacy Bailey, Steve Bartkowski, Rick Bryan, Alfred Jackson, Kenny Johnson, Wesley Walker signs for a fee. Thank you. Gerald Riggs, Sylvester Darcy Thielman. Sweetness sets the record straight. Richard Dent, Gary Fensick signs through the mail. Get a lot of these guys. This is already a great box. Dan Hampton's a Hall of Famer who signs occasionally. Jim McMahon with the curly perm. Woo! Man, you got to love that. Is that his rookie? No. Steve McMichael. The McManster. Did they call him? I forget. There's Peyton. My gosh, these are great cards. Singletary, Rob Thomas. Bill Bates signs. Michael Downs, Mike Hegman, Tony Hill, Gary Hogaboom. Oh, Danny, where are you? Mike Renfro, Raphael Septien, Dennis Thurman, Everson Walls, Danny White. Popping one loose. Mike Chadwick, Mike Kofer, Gary Danielson. He's a commentator now, I believe. Doug English. Got some Hall of Great votes. Ken Jennings, James Jones, Barney Chavis, nickname Rubble. Tom Jackson, TJ. Rulon Jones, Rich Carlos, Gerald White, Baker, Carter, Munchak, Hall of Famer. He's a coach, offensive line coach. Was for the Steelers for a long time. He's since moved on. More record breaker cards. Bart Clayton, catching passes from Dan Marino. Most yards rushing in a season, 2,105. Dan Marino, Art Monk. These are some great cards. Sweetness again, Sammy Winder. Who's that? Is that Craig Morton? That's Elway. That's Elway. All the checklist cards. I'm going to see how close I am to the set. James Wilder. I'll keep you up and down here. Darryl Green, Russ Grimm, Joe Jacoby. There you go, Brandon. Art Monk, Mark Mosley. He and Jim McMahon went to the same stylist. I love it. John Riggins, Hall of Fame. Joe Washington signs through the mail. There's a great card. I'd like to get that dual signed. There's another Hall of Famer right there. 2 Hall of Famers. There's Ernest Jackson. Ray Wershing. Tom Flynn, Kenny Easley. Jim Arnold, Brian Hansen. Preston Dennard, Joe Ferguson signs. Look at him leaning against that wall. Just chilling before the game. Byron Franklin, Steve Freeman, Jim Haslett became a coach. Fred Smerlis, Darryl Talley again. Brandon Butler, Johnny Cooks, Eugene Daniel, Vernon Maxwell, Randy McMillan. This is hard to. Ron Stark, Leo Wisniewski, Tommy Harmon, Darrell Nelson, Jan Stenerud, Sammy White signs. Hurdling over the front line, Morton Anderson signs for a fee to his charity. Brian Hansen, Ricky Jackson from Pitt, George Rogers from South Carolina, 1981 Heisman Trophy winner. There's not Wade Wilson, but Dave Wilson, quarterback. Tyrone Young, golfing the quarterback. That's the LT at his best. Ed Murray again. Now he'll sign it Ed or Eddie, depending on what the card says. Leonard Thompson, B. Watkins. Focus right there. Yeah, here you go. Paul Kaufman, Mike Douglas, Tom Flynn, went to Pitt. Doug Smith, Jack Youngblood, Hall of Famer, signs for a fee. Ted Brown, a lot of Vikings coming up here. Thwarting the passing game. Joe Ferguson getting sacked by Mark Gastineau. Russell Carter, there he is. Speak of the devil. Bobby Humphrey, not the running back, Bobby Humphrey. Johnny Lamb Jones. Joe Klecko, part of the New York Sack Exchange. Pat Leahy, great kicker. Marty Lyons, greatest player in Alabama history. Lance Mell from Belair, Ohio. Ken O'Brien, picked ahead of Marino. Pat Ryan, Mickey Schuler, record-setting ground attack. Nolan Cromwell, Eric Dickerson, great card. There's Mark Malone. Walter Abercrombie, back to the Steelers again. Benny Cunningham, Rich Ehrenberg, Jack Lambert, Lewis Lips. There's Malone with his Tom Selleck look at him. Kent Hill, Leroy Irvin. Got that card signed, I think. Jeff Kemp, Mike Lansford, Barry Redden, Jackie Slater, Hall of Fame lineman. Chris Barr, Matt's brother. Malcolm Barnwell, Cliff Branch, sweet, 21. Ray Guy, Hall of Fame punter. Lester Hayes. Mike Haynes, Hall of Fame corner. Howie Long, early card in his career. Rod Martin from West Virginia, Super Bowl MVP, had 2 interceptions against Joe Theismann. Matt Millen signed a card for us recently. Only took him 220 days to get it back to us. Super Duper, Rob Baumauer, Doug Bettis, and Glenn Blackwood. And his brother Lyle coming up next. We'll keep those baseball cards separate. I'm sure you're on pins and needles. Trying to keep this at a reasonable time. Let's go through these pretty quick. Jimmy Cephalo, Clayton Dewey, Duper, Andre Franklin, Bruce Hardy, Pete Johnson, Tony Nathan signs, Reggie Roby, R.I.P. Colts, Arch Leister, nice. I bet he'll sign that card. But Otis Anderson again, Al Baker, Roy Green, E.J. Jr., Pat Tilley, there's Randy Cross, he'll sign through the mail. Dwight Hicks, Ronnie Lott, greatest safety of all time, perhaps. Skeets will sign through the mail. Hacksaw Jack Reynolds. Wendell Tyler, Ray Wershing, he's not signing anymore, he signs for a fee, I believe. Used to sign pretty freely. Hugh Green from Pitt. Finished 2nd or 3rd in the Heisman Trophy as a defensive end. All right, now we get to a different set. Gary Carter, Mets roll. Brian Turang, Craig Biggio, Hall of Famer. Jeff Bagwell, Hall of Famer. Jeff Bagwell, Hall of Famer. Man, these are just chock full of great cards. There's Bagwell with no coin. Biggio, Brzezinski. Back to these Allen and Ginters again. Switching over to baseball real quick. 72 Al Kaline. My gosh, that's legit. Look at those corners. Oh, my goodness. Of course, he passed away and he's not signing anymore, but still. Frank Robinson, A&G. Ricky Henderson. Adam Zimmerman. Frank Core. He had a lot of Frank Core cards in that other box we saw. Brett Hitman Hart signs through the mail. Never got a wrestler before. Albert Bell. A lot of Albert Bells coming up, I'm betting. There's Bagwell again. Biggio, Bagwell. Wow. Chock full of Hall of Famers. Bagwell and Biggio. Andre Ethier. Palmero. That'd be nice to get signed when he was signing for free. Jay Bruce. Todd Hundley. Gonzalez. Bagwell. Moore. Palmero. Ben Grieve rookie card. Kenny Rogers. Roasters. Matt Lawton, Garrett Anderson. There's nobody really good. Joey Bell. There's Hall of Famer Roberto Alomar. Future Hall of Famer Bernie Williams. Yes, I said it. Mark Bellhorn. Edgar Martinez, Hall of Famer. When he was actually playing the field, third base. Corey Little. Steve Finley. Jason Schmidt. Pedro Martinez, Hall of Famer. Steve Finley again, Louis Castillo. There's a Hall of Famer, Tony Gwynn, for the set. Kevin Brown, future Hall of Famer, Bernie Williams. Tino Martinez and a pre-rookie card. I like that. There's a Tino. Wow. I'll tell you what, he didn't even check these boxes before he sent them out. Another Bagwell. Bags, and end with the bags. Well, that's it. I obviously believe I got my money's worth. $4.16 for that gold mine. This K-line is so sweet. It's got some printing lines on there for, if you look closely, I don't know if you can see them or not, or if they're supposed to be there. I've never seen this card live. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up. We'll be back next Wednesday, hopefully. Maybe we'll open another, get the basketball box opened. Or maybe you guys can vote down below if you want to see a baseball, if you want to see another football, just let me know and we'll open it for you. Give me a thumbs up. I'm going to put a subscription thing right here. You can one click. Make sure you hit that bell. You'll be notified of all my future videos. And then here's